All right, we're going to call the meeting of Monday, the Bellflower City Council regular meeting to order Monday, November 24th, 2025 at 7:02 p.m. With that, roll call, please.
Councilmember Morse?
Here.
Councilmember Sanchez?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Santinas?
Here.
Councilmember Coops?
Here.
Mayor Dutton?
Here. All right, next on agenda. Can I have everybody rise for the invocation led by Councilmember Coops and the Pledge of Allegiance by P.J. Milana, Director of Parks and Rec.
Please bow with me for a word of prayer. Our gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening as a season of thankfulness. We're thankful for so many things in our lives, many of which we take for granted. We take for granted our good health, our good friends, our good staff, but we truly appreciate all of them. Be with us as we deliberate those items in front of us. We're thankful for our first responders, both the sheriff and the fire department, and we never want to forget those who protect us, our United States Army, Navy, Marines, and all the rest that are protecting us. Be with us throughout the evening to give us the reasons that we need to deliberate on these items to do the best we can for our city. In His name we pray, amen.
Amen. Please place your right hand over your heart and join with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we're going to do city council announcements. I'll start. Celebrate the start of the holiday season at the Bellflower's annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony that will be held Friday, December 5th at 6:30 p.m. at Friendship Square. That would be Bellflower Boulevard and Belmont Street. Enjoy an evening filled of festive fun, including carolers, real snow sledding, activities for kids, and a special visit from Santa Claus. Families can also mingle with the Grinch and take part in the free entertainment for all ages. This community tradition brings neighbors together, also to share in the joy and spirit of this season. Don't miss the moment of the tree lights when they light up the heart of the downtown Bellflower. For more information, please call 562-804-1424 at extension 2261. All right, Mayor Pro Tem Sonny Santa Ynez.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. The Bellflower Volunteer Center is partnering with residents, community groups, and local organizations to provide food boxes and gift cards for families in need this Christmas. Christmas donations can include gift cards, monetary contributions, canned goods, and new gifts for children. Donations can be dropped off at the Bellflower Volunteer Center located at 16614 South Clark Avenue during regular hours of operations. Christmas donations will be accepted through December 1st. If you have any questions or would like to volunteer, please call 562-804-1424, extension 2331, or email arivera@bellflower.ca.gov. Your support helps ensure that local families have a brighter holiday season. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Councilmember Wendy Morris.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Bellflower. Show off your festive spirit this season by decorating the outside of your home and entering the City of Bellflower's Holiday Home Decorating Contest. Nominations are now open, and all entries must be submitted by Sunday, December 7th. The contest committee will visit nominated homes the week of December 8th to select the winners. Winning homes will be celebrated with a special sign and a certificate of recognition from the mayor and city council, a perfect way to share your holiday joy with the community. For more information, please visit bellflower.ca.gov or call 562-804-1424, extension 2210. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Morris. Councilmember Victor Sanchez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, Bellflower. The Los Angeles County has notified the City of Bellflower that the enrollment period for the Lead Free Homes LA program has been extended through November 30th. For Bellflower residents, this program offers free lead-based paint hazard remediation services to eligible households in Bellflower. The program aims to ensure safer, healthier living environments by addressing lead paint hazards. particularly important for families with young children and pregnant individuals. This is the last week to register, and the residents are encouraged to apply by November 30th to take advantage of this opportunity. To check if you are eligible, please visit leadfreehomesla.com or email leadfreehomela@lacda.org. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Sanchez. Councilmember Dan Coops.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bring the magic of the holidays to life by sending a letter to Santa Claus. Residents of all ages can write a letter to the North Pole and receive a personal response from Santa's workshop. To participate, letters must include a legible return name and address. Letters can be dropped off at any of the following places. And there's a mailbox at Bellflower Aquatic Center. There's one at Bellflower City Hall. Carruthers Park has one. Sims Park has another one. And Thompson Park. So all the parks and the swimming pool and City Hall will be able to receive your letters. The North Pole mailboxes will be available from December 1 through 14 during the regular facility operating hours. Please note that the letters received without return information or after the close date cannot reach the North Pole Post Office and will be ineligible to receive a response. Participants can write their own letters or use the festive template available online at bellflower.ca.gov or at any North Pole mailbox location. For more information, please call 562-866-7510. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Coops. And we have no presentations tonight, so we'll move on to public comments. Mr. Smoot.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is the time set aside for the public to address the City Council on matters not listed on the agenda. Anyone wishing to address the City Council should come to the podium, be recognized by the mayor, and state your name for the record. If you wish to address the City Council on an agenda item, you may do so by approaching the podium as we review that particular item, and you'll be given 3 minutes to address the City Council.
All right, this is a time where anybody in the audience can come forward and talk about anything that's not on the agenda.
I'm talking about A Night in Bethlehem, a Christmas community celebration. Good evening. My name is Denise Hamilton. I live 6 doors down. I'm here on behalf of 1820 congregations locally to share an invitation to the entire community to attend A Night in Bethlehem, a free, family-friendly, interfaith Christmas experience that will take place on December 12, 13, and 14. This event offers 4 unique experiences for guests to enjoy. First, the tax. Guests are invited to share in the spirit of giving by donating new toys, non-perishable food, or new and gently used clothing. All donations will benefit local nonprofit organizations that support individuals and families in need. Next, the town. Step back in time to ancient Bethlehem, brought to life with artisan crafts, interactive games, live animals, and hands-on activities such as weaving, pottery, and Hebrew dancing. Next, the show. Experience a live nativity and choir performance where the humble manger, the birth of the Savior, and uplifting music together tell the sacred story of Christmas. Last, the reception. Following the show, guests are invited to enjoy cookies, hot chocolate, and more live holiday music. The reception area will also feature a giving machine. Vending machine, where visitors can make charitable donations like goats to Africa, 100% of which go directly to some local and some global nonprofit organizations. Guests may also add a personal pledge of service to the Light the World tree by writing on an ornament and committing to an act of kindness. Multiple show times will be offered Friday through Sunday evenings, and free tickets are available at the website, www.anightinbethlehem.org. Show times are listed online. The event will be held at the Long Beach East Church Building located at 4142 Cerritos Avenue in Los Alamitos. This interfaith celebration invites the entire community to come together in joy and service to celebrate the gift of God's Son and to help light the world with kindness this Christmas season. Thank you. Any questions?
No. Thank you, Denise. Good. Come on up. Next. Yeah. Just make sure you sign in, please. Okay. Okay, good.
Good evening. I am Joe Strapak. I'm the president of the Virginia Court Homeowners Association on Virginia Avenue, down the street from the famous Bottoms Up Bar. I'm here basically to talk about communication. It's my concern that we have a lot of older buildings in Bellflower with aging telephone and internet connections. And my personal concern in our 15-member townhome association is that the cabling is failing. I realize that this council doesn't have regulatory power over communication media, but I think we should all take note of the fact that there's lots of older buildings that are not being taken care of by the utilities. And we're getting poorer and poorer service from Comcast and from Frontier. And Frontier is very lazy about maintaining its already aged equipment. Our building is 35 years old, and that's relatively young in this city. And I don't see any particular haste by anyone to do anything to overhaul our wiring. And I want to remind the council in closing that you can't rely on cell phones, because remember that cell phone towers do not have independent electricity. When the power goes out, the cell phones all die. And so we have to depend on hardwired at some point or another. And we as a city need to look at that. That's my grump for tonight. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe. Anybody else wishing to come forward and voice something that's not on the agenda? Good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Monica Mendez. I've been a resident here in Bellflower for 10 plus years. My property owner, because I'm an apartment complex, on Artesia and Clark, has a clogged drain coming from the street, and it's been clogged for about 2 or 3 months. And from my understanding, the property manager did reach out to the water facility, and they said, we can't do anything about it. And so here I am in distress because it's very toxic. It smells putrid, and it's been staying there. Even street sweeping doesn't clean it up all the way. So
it's standing water?
It's
in the
standing
gutter?
water in the gutter. Okay. Yeah, right on Artesia Boulevard in the 9300 spot.
Is it it's not a sewer problem, it's a water drainage problem?
I think it's a water drainage
problem and it's stagnant water, okay.
Yes. But that is just...
Who do you want there, Brian? Okay. He'll navigate it to Public Works probably, yeah, okay. Or, it doesn't sound like it's private. It's well in our gutter. Yeah. Yeah, he'll find out.
Okay.
This gentleman here, his name's Brian. He's the head of the Public Safety Department.
Hi, Brian.
And he'll navigate your problem to the right department. How's that?
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you there.
Yeah.
Anybody else wishing to come forward? Okay, we got a big whopping agenda here. We got time to get through it, guys, I hope. Yeah. See, we got no public hearings, no ordinance resolutions for consideration, no consideration items, but we have a consent calendar. And is there any recusals or conflicts for our consent calendar, gentlemen?
I have
Ladies?
none. I have none.
Mr. Mayor,
You're proud of that
I
today.
am.
Mr. Mayor, I'm conflicted on 14G.
Victor
And then I'd like to pull item D.
and pull. Anybody else have anything?
No, I have no conflicts, I have
Okay.
nothing to pull.
Okay, 14D, is that what Victor?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. On 14D, Mr. Mayor, I just
Here
have
comes the public Parks and Rec Director.
Oh no, I think this is more directed towards Mr. Tamayo. Mr. Tamayo, got some kind of questions.
Stand by.
On the yeah, you're good, Mr. PJ Milano. This is more directed towards our city attorney at this moment. Mr. Tamayo, can you just quick question? Has the city provided any specific assurances regarding the display, prominence, or duration of the Rotary Club name or logo at the dog park?
Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, thank you, Councilmember Sanchez, for the question. The agreement is going to be subject to negotiation points after the City Council were to authorize it. My understanding is that the city is not inclined to do any type of perpetual or yield its discretion or control over the signage. So that is something that we would incorporate into the agreement.
No, thank you, Mr. Appreciate that. And what, if any, limitations exist on how the Rotary Club can use or publicize its association with the dog park?
So under the grant, now I'll have to defer a little bit to Mr. Milano here, but to my understanding that the Rotary Club is insisting on using its, or having its signage placed on the city park, have a plaque on the park, but the city's going to maintain control over the final design in collaboration with the Rotary Club.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Lastly, if a disagreement or issue arise concerning the naming rights, what process is in place to resolve those disputes?
What would be the language in the contract? That would be the final language. It's my understanding city staff would want it to collaborate with the Rotary Club to the extent that it can, but again, the city would have final say on that design concept.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. That concludes. What's that? You have any questions? That concludes my questions. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Mayor, I just want to follow up on some of the questions that Councilmember Sanchez asked. First of all, I would like to publicly thank the Bellflower Rotary Club for the donation being given to the city. And I think I was there during the 100th anniversary celebration, and that was mentioned to us by the president of the club, which I really appreciate. So I'm glad that they were able to come up with an agreement with staff to kind of donate $8,000. I mean, that's really something coming from a service club in the city of Bellflower. So thanks to the Bellflower Rotary Club for your donation. The first question I have is regarding this Parks and Recreation Foundation. I know that we talked about it during our strategic planning, but this is the first time that it's being brought to the council for discussion. So can someone explain to us the general concept behind the foundation, and how do you foresee that operating?
First and foremost, it's going to be very slow at first, and we're going to slow roll this over the next few years. Ultimately, though, the foundation is going to provide a charitable arm for Parks and Recreation, where we have an actual, it'll be in its own entity eventually, so it will not be connected to the city, but it'll be able to ask for donations and do fundraising and different things like that, rather than the city going out and asking for funds. So that's
it's going to be a 501c3?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then the second really key component to this for us is we are finding a lot. As you know, we're seeking out different revenue sources constantly now, and a lot of those are grants. And many of those grants require, or they strongly encourage, that the city is partnering with a 501c3. And what this will do is this will give us a locked-in arm partner moving forward to put on those grant applications, and maybe even probably being the lead on some of those applications in the future with the city as a partner. So creating that partnership and someone we know, or a group that we know we're going to be able to rely on each and every time we go after for some of these grants will be really big. So those are the two key components for the foundation, and we've seen it be very successful in other cities, and it can be quite lucrative for scholarships, for programming scholarships, for different amenities at the parks and different things. And it's just going to be another piece of our overall arching pie that we have for funding resources for Parks and Recreation programming, as well as facilities moving forward.
Okay. I really like the idea because, I know a lot of people are skeptical in terms of donating to the government, so to
Correct.
speak. But donating to a nonprofit organization, I think, will come a long way in terms of the skepticism, in terms of the donors. As a separate entity, how will it be structured? Will there be a board of directors? Will there be a CEO or things like that?
So initially, to make this as clean as possible, I am going to be the lead liaison, kind of driving the force behind this. And the city attorney has recommended, and I think it's going to be the best foot forward, is the city council is actually going to be appointed as the interim 501c3 board, where we can start creating the articles of incorporation. And then the goal is over the next 24 months to, at that point, reach out, do outreach, and bring in a board to have elections and hand off within the next 24 months to a completely separate board that is not connected to the city council. I would remain as the director of Parks and Recreation as a key liaison moving forward to get to that transition point. But there's going to be a process over the next 2 years. Someone's got to lead the way to create all the documents and and that will be myself with guidance from the city council as the appointed board.
So eventually, you foresee this as basically independent of
Yes,
the city?
yes.
Okay. How do we ensure, though, that they don't go off track? I mean, I want to make sure that there's something that we can pull back, because if, let's say, that the board of this foundation go wild, so to speak,
And
it's not in congruence with the vision of the council,
Yes.
how do we pull them back?
I think moving forward, as the initial board, drafting those articles of incorporation and drafting the bylaws will, alongside with the city attorney's office, will enable us to strengthen the integrity of those bylaws to make sure that does not happen.
Okay. I want to see some kind of guardrail, so to speak.
Yes.
that,
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the intent of having the city council be the initiators in establishing the initial purpose and articles of incorporation that lay out that purpose for that foundation in the first place. Now, ostensibly, a board of directors at some point can shift and adjust that, but there's any number of structures that we can create that with to allow us to have input through that process. But just tightening up that articles of incorporation to establish the purpose of the foundation in the first place will give you the authority I think you're looking for.
Okay. All right, very good. So in terms of now moving on to the dog park. I really like the concept of the dog park. We talked about this. What's the timeline? I mean, generally speaking, in terms of building the dog park at Carruthers Park. Any idea?
This is a general timeline, and Lynn can correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
because I don't want to overspeak here for Public Works, but it is my understanding that the request for proposals went out this week. So
Okay.
we already there, we have the plans. It's not as in-depth of a full-fledged dog park like we have at Flora Vista.
Right.
This will
It's
be
gonna be
more
a
of a
carve-out.
fencing.
It's gonna be a carve-out,
It's going to
you
be
know.
a carve-out
Uh-huh.
and much more simpler as far as construction goes.
Mm-hmm.
We're targeting, we have the holidays, but it is out to bid now. So we're looking at early 2026, it'll be done and ready.
Okay. Do you have an idea what section of Carruthers Park it's going to be located? I mean, roughly.
Yeah, it's the southeast corner. And just for a little background on here, this concept came to me from a resident 3 years ago. They said it would be really great to have something at Carruthers Park because it's off the bike trail. We need a dog park in our area. And I thought about it a little bit, and I thought, you know what? The only complaint we ever got during development of the Flora Vista Dog Park was the noise and what the noise would be and how concerned the residents were. First, that complaint has never come to fruition. We've been okay over there as far as noise. Second, the location we have at Carruthers Park, there's no residents around it. It's an actual loud area because of the freeway and the riverbed. So it's tucked in that back corner of Carruthers Park behind the two baseball fields.
I see. Okay. So it's going to be close to the building where we have the what do you call this?
The maintenance building.
The maintenance building.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's going to be close to that.
Just south of that.
Okay. Awesome. Very good. And then when it comes to the Rotary Club's involvement in the dog park, so it's basically just the naming, something like naming.
Yeah, it's a partnership for the name, yes.
Okay.
And that's why this whole concept came about. It was, how do we make this work without, naming rights can be very lucrative. So how do we partner with this and hoping that it makes a lasting impact for the foreseeable future? And that's where the foundation came into play. So the agreement will be for 3 years, and so long as that dog park is there, it could change at any time if there's a new council in the future or anything like that. But so long as that dog park remains there, that plaque will be there with their name. And then the signage for right now, the initial signage, and through the at least the minimum term of this agreement, we will work with our communications division now in creating a new name, and we're going to incorporate the Rotary name into the name of the dog park. And that'll be on the main sign at the dog park, and then there will be 2 wayfinding signs that will want one in the very front of Carruthers Park so people know where this new area is for the dogs. So it'll be wayfinding signage at the front, which will point towards the back. And then we're also going to put wayfinding signage at the entrance from the bike trail into Carruthers Park. So on the 2 ends.
Okay.
So it'll point to where people are going. That sign will incorporate not only the dog name, but as well the city logo and the Rotary logo as well. And then Rotary somewhere in there will be part of the name, whether it's Bellflower Rotary or Rotary Dog. We're not actually going to call it a park. We're going to have a creative name to it, because calling it a park within a park is something different. So our team is working on some very creative ideas for it.
Okay, all right. Now, moving on to the legal aspect of that, Mr. Tamayo. When it comes to the signage, does the Rotary Club have some kind of exclusive right for the signage? Meaning that can another service club be added to the signage? Let's say XYZ Service Club can donate money. Can their name be added to the signage for the dog, what do you call it, dog carve-out?
Multiple sponsors.
Yeah, exactly. Let me call it the dog carve-out.
So under the current agreement, it's simply with the Rotary Club. So we could structure the agreement such that it's non-assignable and it's limited to the Rotary Club. Any other organization that wanted to partner with the city would have to have separate agreements that would come back before the city council.
So that means that the signage might be changed in the future to add another name, or?
At the city council's discretion, it could be changed.
Okay. Does the, moving forward, does the Rotary Club have any kind of ongoing responsibility for, let's say, maintenance, programming of the dog park?
That might be one of the points to work out in the agreement. My understanding is their only contribution would be the capital contribution, and all maintenance responsibilities would be the city's responsibility.
The city, okay. So this is basically just the initial contribution, and that's it, yeah. Okay, very good. I'm very excited about this. I think you answered all the questions. Again, thanks again to the Bellflower Rotary Club for this significant donation. Considering that it's a service club, it was really wonderful for them to make this kind of donation. So, thank you.
Do you have something to add?
Yes, Mayor. We do have the Rotary President, Lauren Yokomizo, here, and she did want to make a brief statement, if you'll allow for that, yes.
So I can ask her questions.
Good evening, Mayor Dutton, City Council and city staff and community members. My name is Lauren Yokomizo, and I serve as president of the Bellflower Rotary Club. And on behalf of the Rotary Club, I'm here to ask your support of item 14D related to funding support for the city's dog park at Carruthers Park, donation for a future Parks and Recreation Foundation, and proposed plan to develop a foundation. The Bellflower Rotary Club began in 1925. And this year, we are celebrating our 100th year as a club. In honor of this milestone, our club wanted to make a donation to the city towards the dog park. We have been working with the city staff to accomplish this. So thank you to City Manager Ryan Smoot And we especially want to thank PJ Milana, Director of Parks and Recreation, for working with our club and giving us your guidance. Our club wanted to give back to the community and contribute towards the quality of life of local residents here. So we thank you for your consideration, your support. Rotary International is an international service organization, and our purpose is to bring together business and professional leaders in order to provide humanitarian services, encourage high ethical standards in all vocations, and advance goodwill and peace around the world. So once again, thank you very much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Lauren.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
can I ask Ms. Yokomiso a couple of questions? Lauren, again, thank you so much. And this is your first time as president of the Bellflower Rotary Club.
Yes.
And you're making a significant impact on the city right away. So kudos to you. My question to you is, what's going to be your next project for the city of Bellflower?
Yes. So, we are open to ideas. We, of course, working with the city and supporting the city is something that, as president, I hope we can continue to do. So we are definitely open.
Okay, I think that you're going to be great to partner with. So we're going to come up with some projects for you and your group, because I know that your group is your heart is in service to the city of Bellflower. I can feel that, and whenever I go to your meeting, I can just feel that. That enthusiasm for your members, and I think your club is very, very unique. I could be wrong, but your club brings other clubs also to support you in Bellflower, and to me, it's a big plus. I don't see that very often in other clubs. It's more of like very parochial, but yours is very open to other clubs in the other cities. So I think that's a big plus. So if we come up with another project, I'm hoping that you can use your own club plus the resources of your sister club, so to speak. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you also to the city and to the council. You all have been supportive of our events and coming out and supporting our clubs and the community, all other service clubs. So we thank you too.
Thank you. Mr. Sanchez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. If I can actually get Mr. Milana back real quick. And then, Lauren, thank you so much. Appreciate all the support that you do in the community. Just quick comment regarding the foundation. Some questions kind of came to mind as Mayor Pro Tem was speaking about it. Are you looking at the model one of the models that you should consider, whether it's going to be a working board, I'm assuming, because to have a CEO or an executive director obviously would be pretty costly. And then my second item to look into, and this is more, I don't know if it's possible or not, but maybe the Parks and Rec commissioners could serve as members of that board. That way they're appointed in one way or another by the elected body of council members. So just whether there's some legal issues there or not, I don't know, and I would obviously defer to legal counsel to review and look into. But just some thoughts that came to mind as you guys were chatting about it.
Absolutely, and I've written those down, and we're not at that point yet, so that would be the next step. So, but there's a lot for us to think about. But I do envision it being extremely small at the starting point. So I don't no paid staff or anything like that is being envisioned at this point. So
perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Do you have anything?
I'm going to move the consent calendar.
I'll second.
Would that be moving it with Victor abstaining from 14G?
That's right.
That's right.
All right, and we have a second by
Wendy.
Wendy. Okay, Wendy. Yeah. Okay. And you think we need to call roll on that?
Well, we haven't done it all. We got to earn our money.
Okay.
You know?
Call roll.
Councilmember Morse,
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Santinez,
I, and then also for 14D, I.
Councilmember Coops,
Aye.
Mayor Dutton.
Aye. All right. Council reports. Councilmember Morse.
I have nothing.
Councilmember Sanchez.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to call up Mr. Milana.
Again?
Yes, sir.
He's going to get a steps in tonight.
You're not tired of him.
Oh, he was on vacation last time, so. Mr. Valana, good to see you again, and thank you for all the work you're doing, especially with the dog park or dog arena or something. But just kind of, could you give us a quick update on Constitution Park, where we are, and what's the timeline?
I'll defer to
I'll-
Mr. Gurecki.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
No, no
Apologize.
problem. Constitution Park, as you know, I mean, we're in quite of a long back and forth with Edison, since they are the property owner at that location. During that time, the original designer for the park, their agreement or contract with us expired. So we had to go through a process of bringing them back on because it sat stagnant for a couple years. Some of the equipment that they initially proposed as part of the construction documents, we have to go back through that list of equipment and still make sure that the vendors can provide it. If they can't provide it, we have to find another piece of equipment to substitute in. The contract for that designer to come back on board and refinish those plans was just executed last week. So they'll probably spend the next month and a half going through that, and then we'll have it out to RFP. So I think it will be out to RFP probably January, February sometime. We usually let those RFPs go for about 4 weeks. We accept the bids, we bring them in here to council for award. So you're talking award probably March, and then you're probably talking them starting up probably April, May, if all things go according to plan. It's a very quick build. I think we're looking at probably like a 90 or 120 day working day to do it. So I think probably summer to early fall next year will be a good ribbon cutting time.
Ideally, right before right after the school year ends, so the kids have the playground and stuff like that. Maybe sounds like it. Late May, early.
That's
June.
basically the timeline that we kind of go by. How that falls in with the school. So I couldn't tell you what schools are in or when they're out these days. It's all over the place.
Sounds
but,
good. I appreciate the update. Thank
Yes.
you, Mr. Gorky. Thank you, PJ.
Okay. Mayor Pro Tem Sonny Santinez.
Thank you, Mayor. Last Saturday, I participated in the distribution for Thanksgiving distribution last at Sims Park. First of all, I want to thank Supervisor Han for her donation, and also the Knights of Columbus and all the volunteers, the Boy Scouts and Girl Scout Troop 1431, Caring Connections, the lead participants, and all volunteers. It was just great to see all these donations being given out to needy families of Bellflower. In addition, I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. So, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Coops.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to adjourn this meeting in honor and memory of Miriam Levon Mowell, passed away November 15th, 2025 at the age of 84. She was the beloved mother of Parks and Recreation employee Scott Mowell. Miriam was a longtime resident of Bellflower and co-owned and operated Bellflower Plumbing and Heating for 25 years, from 1978 to the year 2003, before selling their business and retiring. Miriam and the true love of her life, Frank, married in 1966 and had 45 beautiful years together as man and wife until Frank passed away in 2011. Miriam survived by her children, Cheryl and Scott, 5 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren. Miriam will be remembered for her hard work, her loyalty, and her love. A memorial service will be held on Saturday, January 31st, 2026, 6 p.m. at New Life Community Church, located in Norwalk. Our deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences go out to the entire Mowell family. Important part of our community for many, many years. Scott's worked for the city 40 years. His sister Cheryl married a deputy sheriff who was stationed at one point in time here in Bellflower. They had their own business here. They raised their children here. Their house over here off of Clark and Alondra was there, still there. And just an important part of our community. And they're still here in the next generation, but I just wanted to honor the generation that has passed on and all the good work they did and how they made Bellflower better. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Coops. Okay, and I don't have nothing tonight to share. With that, we're going to adjourn the meeting in memory of Miriam Levon Mowell to the next regular meeting of the City Bellflower Council until 5:30 p.m. on Monday, December 8th, 2025. We are adjourned.